Hi, my name is Carrie L. Jones, and you found the Following Jesus series. Today we're doing an introduction to the New Testament storyline. It'll be a brief one, but I think it's important. Right, the New Testament is a shorter timeline. We have promises that Jesus is coming by miraculous births of his cousin John the Baptist, who becomes the messenger or forerunner of Jesus. And then an angel visits Mary and says, you're going to have a baby. We get the birth of Jesus. Jesus is God himself, birthed in human form. We call it God incarnate, or so he's fully God and fully human, and he subjects himself in order to be our perfect sacrifice. So Jesus comes and lives his life. And there are 4 books in the New Testament that tell us about the life of Jesus: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And then you have the book of Acts. The Acts picks up right after the end of Jesus' life. He's ascended into heaven after he's died and rose from the dead. He's with his disciples for a number of days, and then he ascends into heaven and takes his place at the right hand of the Father. And then begins the book of Acts, which is the early church. So here you have the disciples, and then a new disciple named Saul, renamed Paul, who become founding fathers of the church. So they're the one who are spreading the good news of the gospel, or the Roman world at the time. And so the book of Acts tells us all the different missionary journeys that take place around mainly the Roman Empire. And then after the book of Acts, almost everything else is a letter written by one of the church leaders, most of them by Paul himself, written to the different churches in the cities around the Roman world. And they're letters of instruction and correction and encouragement on how it is that they're intended to follow Jesus now that Jesus has gone to heaven. And then the very last book of the Bible is the book of Revelation. It is also a letter. It's written by John, who is one of the inner 3. He receives a vision from God about the end of time. And so it is all about the second coming of Christ and what the end of time will be like, and what the new heaven and the new earth will be like. All right, thanks for joining us. That's the New Testament storyline. This is just a beginning for you. The Bible is full of such good truth. It is a direct access to God's own heart. And if you ask the Holy Spirit to help you understand, it's going to come alive for you. And God's going to speak to your heart directly through its pages. So I hope this brief introduction to the New Testament will help you know what it is you're heading into and where you stand when you're reading the different books. It's going to be a foundation for a lifetime of reading in intimacy with the Lord. Don't forget to subscribe if this channel is helpful to you, and share it with anyone else who might be encouraged by it. And there are more videos. There are other tools to help you draw closer to the Lord. All right, thank you. Bye.